What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So today, since we got the Skyline all laid out all nice thanks to Fitted Visions, we're gonna go ahead and fix up the front bumper. So the bumper ended up getting a little bit damaged when it came here on the boat. As you guys can see, it literally cracked just this little lip part. So I'm gonna show you guys how to put this back together. Luckily it just snapped and it literally matches up nicely, but usually you would have to take a grinder and grind all this down and get it to fit up, match up nicely. But I think I'm able to line it up pretty much where it's supposed to be. Hopefully you guys can see that. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and fiberglass this back together, sand down these little cracks and fill it up with Bondo glass and stuff like that, and then I'll hopefully get this thing look nice and painted by the end of the day. It is going to be the hottest day of a little heat wave that we're getting. It's gonna be, you know, probably like 105 or so today. So it might not be the best day to fiberglass because everything will dry super quickly, but hopefully we can get this done with no mistakes and get a good looking bumper by the end of the day. So we're gonna try to work a little bit more quick today because I wanna get it done before midday because it's hot in this garage. So I'm just gonna take some super glue. I'm gonna go ahead and match these pieces up and kind of get it to fit up nicely. Luckily it fits kind of like a puzzle piece because, like I said, pieces aren't missing, it just kind of just cracked. So I'm going to one by one glue these pieces back to their original shape. And the super glue is good because the fiberglass, I mean, it's in the name, it's fibrous, so it's gonna soak up the glue but also allow it to bond back together nicely. So I'm gonna just match them up the best as possible. Okay, now I'm gonna let this dry for like, I don't know, a minute or so. All right guys, change of plans. We're about to start, but the resin is no longer good. So we're just gonna go ahead and grab some more resin and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we are back from the store. This right here cost me about $25-ish, which is a little bit expensive. This used to be like maybe $15, $12, something like that before. Anyway, it's just your basic resin with the hardener. We're gonna go ahead and just fix up this little crack back here from the back side. I'm not gonna put fiberglass on the front side. Some people do, I don't. I will be adding some Bondo up front, so everything will be all nice and smoothed out. I'm not too worried about cracking this thing again because the car is now on bags. So yeah, let's go ahead and mix up some resin real quick. It's freaking hot.
What temperature do you think it is?
Temperature wise, it's over 100 already. It's definitely over 100, so.
It's 99 right now.
Oh, it's 99?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish it was not. So I typically like to use this woven mat. I feel like it's a lot more structure as far as keeping everything intact. You can get this one, like it's like, I call it like kitty hair. What do they call this? It's just a mat. See how it's all like this?
It's so hard to use.
Yeah, it's hard to use, it's hard to cut. It doesn't really lay nice in my opinion. I like to get this one because it's woven, so it stays intact a little bit longer. So I'm gonna add some like that. You don't need too much, especially on a hot day like this. Make sure you wear gloves. This stuff is really messy.
And it's so hard to come off too on your hands.
So this is just gonna be a really quick and dirty way to get your fiberglass repaired. So I'm gonna do 2 layers. I'm just gonna go ahead and shove this down in there. Maybe I should do the 2 layers at one time so that way it sticks. You want to make sure your mat soaks up all of the resin. It's gonna look almost like translucent, which means clear. Can you pass me that stick? I'm just gonna shove it down in there, and I'm gonna let this harden kind of like this, and then I'll just trim up the excess. It's really this simple, guys. Don't be intimidated to try new things, new techniques. It's really just simple. You know, me and Christine, we didn't know how to do a lot of this stuff until we actually decided to try and do it ourselves, which is a little intimidating at first, but it's all part of the journey of building your car. You know, if it's something that you can do, if you guys are able to take the time and do something like this, I definitely recommend you guys try to, because like I said, it's so rewarding to build your guys' own car. I can understand if nobody has the time or the space or the money to do it and paying to get things done, but if you can take the time to learn a new skill, why not, you know? It makes it a lot more fun. That's pretty much it right there, guys. So now we're gonna leave it to dry and harden, which shouldn't take much time, especially with how hot it is. We've been out here for like 3 minutes and then I'm already sweating. So I'm gonna leave it as it is and we'll check back in you know, maybe 20 minutes and see how hard it is. All right, guys, so it's actually been a little bit, but I went ahead and I already trimmed up all the excess fiberglass pieces that was hanging all off on here. So if you can see, it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this bumper over real quick. So I added this painter's tape because it gives me like a flat edge, and now I'm gonna go ahead and break it off. It's nice and flat. It kept everything in line. Now what I'm going to do now is pretty much grind all this down to get it flat, so that way I can go ahead and add a nice layer of Bondo glass, which is pretty much just fiberglass with Bondo. You probably actually really don't need that for this one. But I'm gonna go ahead and grind these cracks down a little bit so that way I can get some nice Bondo up in there, and just gonna fix this up with some little bit of Bondo as well. So I got some 120 grit. I'm gonna go ahead and just hand sand, take down these edges a bit so that way I can get the Bondo up on here nicely. You kind of want to do it so that way the Bondo lays nice and was able to like feather into the original panel itself. So also I gotta sand down this super glue. You don't really want any hard edges because like I said, it's gonna feather in more nice if the edges are a little bit more rounded out. I'm gonna go ahead and check out all the spots. So I do need to sand this down. This is already sanded. There's a little piece right here. And I think that's it. The bumper is actually pretty well held together. Just this part cracked off, so we're just gonna go ahead and fix these little pieces right here. I got the Bondo glass right here. You're not gonna need a lot, especially for a small repair like that. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up. It's pretty much the exact same thing as Bondo, but there's fiberglass fibers inside of here. It's mainly for a little bit more structural support than regular Bondo. Another pro tip is make sure you always mix your body filler before you use it, because if it sits for a minute, the oils and stuff, I guess, or whatever is that liquid, it kind of separates from the actual filler itself. So I like to give my filler a good mix, but I don't know if you can tell, but check this out. Little tiny hairs and fibers of fiberglass mixed into this, and it actually hardens really nicely. Probably just about this much to fill what we have to fill on the bumper itself. I don't like to mix a lot if I don't need it, because we can always make more. I don't always wear gloves, but you want to try wear gloves when you're dealing with this kind of stuff. It's not really good for you, but it's also really a hassle to get off of your skin. Just put a little bit of hardener up on there. It tells you the instructions on the bottle or on the can itself. And we're just gonna go ahead and put this up on the bumper. It's really hot, so this thing might dry quickly. Really just need a little bit. Like, that's way too much already. You kind of want to just fill it into the cracks itself. Alrighty, so I got some Bondo up on there now. I did end up shaving down a bit of the Bondo glass. So last coat would be the Bondo, which I got on there right now. I'm gonna go ahead and straighten all this out, get it all nice and flat, and then we can move on to primer and paint. So it's actually looking really good, guys. Making some really good progress. Okay guys, Bondo's all sanded. There's a little bit of pinholes that don't need a whole chunk of Bondo, so in order for you to fill in those little pinholes and stuff, we use glazing and spot putty. Oh damn, it's hot. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry up. I'm gonna be sanding that down with like 320, 400 grit, get it all nice and flat, and then we can go ahead and spray some primer.
So Blaine finished sanding everything down, and now he's just laying down some primer so then he can put down some color after.
So I keep forgetting that I have this hood thing for the Skyline. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this before we end up clear coating this, before we end up clear coating the bumper. So I got it already sanded down, 400 grit, and I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it right now. Okay, so I'm gonna let these cure for a little bit. It doesn't need to cure too long because it's actually really, really hot. So hopefully the thinners and stuff evaporate quickly, and then we'll just get some clear on here and we're good. Okay, so everything is nicely painted and clear coated. So check it out, guys. I mean, for a nice quick repair, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even tell it's broken. So I'm super stoked on how it came out. Check it out. And then we also painted this front piece for the hood. That also came out really nice as well. The color actually comes out quite decent. Looks like there's a tiny bit of a run right here in this area. I don't know if you guys can see that, but for the most part, I mean, it came out well. I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry for a little bit, then we're gonna throw it on the car and see the finished product. I mean, it's gonna look the same, it's just the bumper won't be broken. So like I said, I'll give it a little bit more time to harden up, and then we'll get it all installed onto the car. Okay guys, let's go ahead and test fit this. Not even test fit, let's just go ahead and just put this car back together and see how our work came out. Oh, the car looks shiny, man.
Yeah, it looks really nice with the sun. Did it say on the inside of the bumper what kit this is, or who makes it?
But I'm pretty sure it's the same kit that pretty much everybody puts on their car. It's like the GTR Z-tuned styled kit.
Oh.
I know Urus makes like a legit version, quote unquote legit version of it, but I don't know if this is that kit. I do like the way the kit fits though.
Yeah.
It fits really good.
The mounting points are really good too. Wow.
I'm gonna install the hood thing, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's because we don't have double-sided tape at the moment, but I think this adds like a nice little touch.
I think I found double-sided tape. Do you want? Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so much better now that it's the same color. Before it looked super bulky.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks really good.
I know where it is. It's right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe we'll install it then?
Yeah. There's so much tape on there.
I mean, you can't even tell the difference, but the bumper looks good fixed.
Yeah, it does.
Because I knew it was broken. So now that it's fixed, it looks like it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
I feel like this will add like a little bit different look.
And make it look just a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, with this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, I'm still debating if I want to do eyelids on this car. Because eyelids make it look like a little bit more aggressive.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a picture of it with eyelids before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So a couple videos ago, Blaine got this so that way we can take the residue off of the side pillars. But it's taking the double-sided tape off super good. You got it? Do you want to put it down on something, or you want me to hold it?
This is a good tool.
Yeah.
It just makes a lot of this rough. Alright, glad I had that tool because I didn't want to scrape all this shit off.
It would have took forever. You would have been still scraping it off.
So after this crease, use body line.
Mm-hmm.
I think that needs to match.
Right there, that's perfect.
I think so.
Oh yeah, that looks even. You wanna come back and look real quick? I think it's even. What do you think?
Ah, it's too much this way. There, huh?
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think that's about it. I mean, I could come down. The only thing is
It starts to show this line.
Yeah.
When you come down too much.
and I don't think that's the line, right?
Yeah, no. I think, yeah, probably right there. Final decision.
Yep.
This can is a pretty good paint match.
Yeah.
Like it looked like it was pretty good with the back pieces, but when you do this piece and it's like right here, it looks, yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Was there a Sylvia or no,
there
not
was a Skyline
not
badge.
Sylvia, Skyline badge? Do you have it?
Oh, I didn't take it off. It came without the badge.
Oh.
Yeah, that hood piece looks better. The hood piece makes it look like a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, it looks so much more mean now. Look at that.
Yeah. And the nice bumper too.
Yeah. Nice bumper.
So is that it for today?
I think that's gonna be it, guys. Not every video is gonna be like a super banger for us because we're just regular people, but I really do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching and just hanging out with us, you know, make little small changes to the car here and there. And I do want to get a different set of wheels. I know everybody keeps asking me if 17s is gonna be the wheels, or are these gonna be the wheels. These are not gonna be the wheels. They're actually the wheels off of that car under the cover, and the wheels that came with the Skyline are actually those wheels right there. But we're not gonna run either for the final product. I do have some 3-piece wheels that I'm gonna rebuild for this car. Spoiler alert, this car will be wide body in the future, but for now I'm pretty much just gonna enjoy it as it is, do small little changes here and there like we've been doing. And yeah, it's more so like just a cruiser for now. I know there's a bunch of drift parts on it now, but you know, for the most part I bought the car to be a cruiser, so that's what we're gonna do. But yeah guys, with that being said, that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace out, stay good.